Hi, I'm Monty Mitchell, President of Fortrade Consulting. Thanks for joining me. Today, I want to walk you through the 4 best practices we've used to help manufacturing leaders like you build more efficient, scalable, and resilient operations. No fluff, just real-world results. This presentation is for manufacturing and operations leaders in mid-size manufacturing and food processing companies who are tired of dealing with long lead times, firefighting inefficiencies, and improvement efforts that never seem to stick. You're likely here because something's not working, whether it's stagnant growth, inventory waste, or systems that fall apart the minute your back is turned. There is a better way. You're not alone. I hear this all the time. We've done lean, but it didn't stick. Lead times are unpredictable. Our competitors are moving faster, and we're constantly putting out fires. If that resonates with you, then you're in the right place. Today, I'll show you how to go from reactive to proactive and implement systems that deliver real results. The process I'm going to walk you through today will help you break through to the next revenue category. Shift your operations from reactive to strategic. Implement proven best practices tailored to your facility, and challenge the limiting beliefs that keep operations stuck. I've spent decades working in and around manufacturing, starting at Toyota, and then helping mid-sized manufacturers apply those same principles in the real world. This isn't theory. We've cut lead times, reduced costs, improved morale, and helped companies move from chaos to control. And we do it by helping leaders like you implement systems that last. Too often, executives set financial goals like reduce costs or improve margins, but those goals never make it to the floor in a way that frontline teams can act on. We bridge that gap. We translate strategy into execution. We do this by implementing a floor management system that gives your team live feedback on what matters. And we ensure there's a constant loop between leadership and the floor, so everyone is aligned and accountable. At one company, we helped reduce over 3.2 million in raw material inventory, not by magic, but by forcing financial accountability onto every action step, from planning to execution. When teams understand the why and have the tools to act on it, execution becomes consistent and measurable. The second best practice is all about execution, because no matter how good your plan is, it never survives first contact with the plant floor. We prioritize action. Within days of engagement, we're testing, refining in real time, right alongside your team. We involve operators immediately, get their feedback, and adjust the plan together. This isn't just efficient, it builds ownership. We also track daily outcomes. That way, we know what's working and what needs adjustment in the moment. On one project, we stopped a well-intentioned improvement event from failing by letting operators challenge the plan up front. That saved the initiative and built long-term buy-in. When people feel heard and empowered, they show up differently. Here's the truth. Lead time is the single most important metric in operations. It touches everything: cost, responsiveness, customer satisfaction, and morale. But too many leaders are chasing isolated cost cuts instead of attacking the root cause: long lead times. We help teams make lead time reduction the number one focus. That starts with identifying bottlenecks, using real-time tracking, then solving problems at the root, not the surface. When lead times go down, everything improves. A government contractor we work with was bogged down with a 20-day lead time. We cut that in half to 10 days, unlocking millions in revenue and dramatically improving efficiency. Lead time is your lever, pull it. The fourth practice is about making it stick. Too many companies win the sprint, but lose the marathon. Why? Because there's no standard. Standardized work doesn't mean inflexible rules. It means giving your people a playbook and letting them evolve it as they improve. We document the work, we train the teams, we coach frontline leaders, and we make sure standardized work isn't a binder on a shelf, but a living system that drives safety, quality, and output day in and day out. At Toyota, standardized work underpins everything. We brought that mindset to a global manufacturer and helped them reduce inspection stations from 9 to 4, while boosting first pass yield from 48% to 90%. That's the power of consistency. Let me give you a full picture example. A frozen food processor was in trouble. They had 6 months of losses and were on the verge of a bank takeover. In just 6 weeks, we reduced lead time by 46%, cut overtime by 90%, and returned the business to profitability. Same team, same facility, different system. A global HVAC supplier had seen conversion costs spike by 20%. Productivity was down, and the management team was green. We applied the same 4 practices and helped them save $8 million in conversion costs, boost revenue from $75 million to $90 million a month, and recover $17 million in lost sales from supplier issues. No gimmicks, just disciplined execution. And it's not just manufacturing. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage had a modification process that took 120 days. The federal government demanded better. Using the same system, we helped them slash loan processing times to under 15 days and reduce rework by 86%. Operational excellence works anywhere processes matter. If this resonates with you, let's have a conversation. We'll take 20 minutes to identify your biggest bottlenecks, pinpoint fast, high-impact changes, and create a roadmap for sustainable improvement. This isn't a pitch. It's an insight session. Let's unlock the next level of performance together. Click below to book an insight session, and let's talk about how your operation and how these 4 best practices can help you and your business.